Pamela Anderson, the iconic actress and activist whose image has been synonymous with platinum blonde waves and bold Baywatch-era glamour, has taken a bold step into uncharted stylistic territory, unveiling a striking new red hair color that marks her first major departure from her signature shade since the early 1990s. Spotted at a star-studded Condé Nast party during Paris Fashion Week, the 58-year-old bombshell turned heads not with her usual sun-kissed tresses but with a vibrant, fiery red crop that evoked the rebellious spirit of classic cinema sirens. The transformation was nothing short of revolutionary. A shaggy, textured bob that framed her face with effortless edge, its coppery hues catching the light like autumn leaves in a Parisian breeze. This wasn't a subtle tweak but a full-throated reinvention, signaling Andersson's ongoing evolution from Playboy playmate to a multifaceted icon unafraid of shedding old skins. For decades, Andersson's bleached blonde locks have been as much a character as the roles she played. Think the bouncy ponytail that became a cultural touchstone during her 9-season stint on Baywatch, where she lifeguarded her way into the hearts of millions as C.J. Parker. That era defined her. Big hair, bigger waves, and an unapologetic embrace of femininity that challenged and charmed in equal measure. There was a brief, experimental flirtation with brunette in 2013, a pixie cut that whispered of reinvention amid personal turmoil, but it was fleeting. Blonde was her armor, her allure, the visual shorthand for a woman who rose from small-town Canada to global sex symbol. Yet, as Andersson has embraced a more authentic, less filtered version of herself, famously ditching full makeup at Paris Fashion Week in 2023, this red revelation feels like the next chapter in a narrative of liberation. The timing is poetic. Paris Fashion Week has become Andersson's launchpad for beauty upheavals. 2 years prior, it was the City of Lights that illuminated her barefaced debut, a radical act of defiance against the beauty industrial complex that had long commodified her image. That moment, captured in candid snapshots outside a Balenciaga show, sparked global conversations about aging, authenticity, and the pressure on women to perform perfection. Vogue, ever the tastemaker, consulted a source close to Andersson, who revealed that this crimson shift draws inspiration from Swedish film luminaries Gunnel, Lindblom and Bibi Andersson, ethereal blondes turned redheads who embodied a quiet, intellectual sensuality in Ingmar Bergman's masterpieces. It's a nod to European elegance, a bridge from Andersson's American pin-up roots to a more introspective, art house vibe. The contrast is stark. Gone are the smoky eyes and teased volumes of her 90s heyday. In their place, a fresh-faced minimalism that lets the red speak volumes. Credit for this metamorphosis goes to renowned hairstylist John Nollet, a collaborator whose touch has graced the tresses of everyone from Kate Moss to Charlotte Gainsbourg. Nollet's signature is texture over perfection. Think lived-in layers that move with intention, and he delivered in spades here. The cut is asymmetrical, with longer strands grazing her collarbone on one side and a choppy fringe softening her features on the other, creating a sense of motion even in stillness. The color, a multidimensional red blending auburn undertones with subtle golden highlights, avoids the flatness of a dye job cliché, instead mimicking the natural warmth of sun-faded copper. Andersson's makeup, true to her recent ethos, was pared back, a touch of mascara to accentuate her blue eyes, a nude lip that let the hair steal the show. At the party, she paired the look with a flowing black gown that echoed her Hugh Hefner days but felt updated, less costume and more couture. This isn't mere vanity. It's a statement woven into Andersson's broader tapestry of transformation. At 58, she's no longer content with nostalgia, she's curating a future. Her memoir, Love, Pamela, released in 2023, peeled back layers of her past, the abusive relationships, the exploitative industry, the objectification that shadowed her every step. The book, complemented by a Netflix documentary, reframed her not as victim but as victor, a woman who reclaimed her narrative with wit and wisdom. The red hair feels like an extension of that, a fiery declaration of agency, burning away the expectations that once confined her. Fans have flooded social media with reactions, from nostalgic callbacks to Baywatch red swimsuits to cheers for her boundary-pushing bravery. Pamela's always been ahead of the curve, one commenter noted, but this is her saying, "Watch me evolve." Professionally, the timing aligns with exciting prospects. In May, Andersson was cast opposite Steve Coogan in Love Is Not the Answer, Cera's directorial debut, a quirky rom-com that promises to showcase her comedic chops beyond the beach. Is the red a role-specific choice like a chameleon shedding for the screen? Or is it permanent, a beacon for the next act? Andersson has kept coy, but insiders hint at the latter, with plans for more red carpet appearances that lean into this bold palette. It's reminiscent of her 2023 Jacquemus campaign, where she modeled menswear with a knowing wink, proving age is no barrier to reinvention. Beyond aesthetics, this change ripples into cultural conversations. Red hair has long symbolized passion, rebellion. Think Jessica Rabbit's sultry curls or Julianne Moore's intellectual fire. For Andersson, it layers onto her activism. Her work with PETA, her advocacy for indigenous rights through Walk the Talk, her unyielding stance on animal welfare. The color evokes earthiness, a grounding force amid her jet-set life. And in an industry that sidelines women over 50, her visibility, red hair blazing, is a middle finger to irrelevance. She's not alone. Contemporaries like Sarah Jessica Parker and Jennifer Aniston have toyed with hues, but Andersson's pivot feels visceral, tied to a personal reckoning. As she navigated the Condé Nast soiree, mingling with fashion's elite, Andersson embodied this new era. Confident, unscripted, alive with possibility. The red wasn't just hair, it was a manifesto, a vibrant thread in the fabric of a life lived loudly. From Baywatch bays to Parisian boulevards, Pamela Anderson continues to redefine beauty on her terms, fierce, fleeting, and forever unforgettable.